I basically invited one of our student who actually found the job very recently in IT. So I would like to welcome him, and we will hear his story for next, probably 3 or 4 minutes, and we'll see that how he has actually made it into IT. He was not working since, September, but I thought this is a moment that he should come and inspire all of us. So we should hear from him. So are you ready, guys, to hear his story that how he actually made it into IT? Cyrus, welcome to this boot camp on day 5. We are on the last day of the boot camp. We have the big audience where we invited all of them for this
Yes.
pre-boot camp of 5 days, and they participated with us. And many of them are actually in the same journey you had been into, where they
Okay.
actually want to get into IT space. So please
Yes.
tell us your story that how have you gotten this opportunity into cyber.
Okay. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, up until last year, I want to say around September, I had a job, but we were suddenly laid off. It was a just regular project management role that didn't really have any IT background. So at the time I got laid off, I didn't think that I'll be out of employment for a while. So I kept on applying. I'd applied for a job at a different company, and they had pretty much I'd gone through 3 interviews for the job, and they said, "Hey, the job is yours. Just waiting for the client to sign the contract, and then we'll bring you on board." Well, that turns out to be it didn't work out pretty much. So we went from 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months down the line. I have no job. I'm barely earning anything from unemployment, insurance, and I'm just barely scraping off. So at this point, I go online. I started researching schools of like where I could go get something that's IT related, upskill myself, and go from there. So I came upon Thinkcloudly, and I did notice that they had good programs, and I saw the time frame, I saw the classes, I saw the structure of the classes. It made a lot of sense for me. They had different schedules, morning, nights, evenings, weekends, and I, chose my schedule for a DevOps program at first. So as I'm doing DevOps, it became very interesting, and I really, really liked it. And at the same time, I was talking to one of my friends who was telling me to get into cybersecurity. And I happened to go into the portal of Thinkcloudly, and I saw they had a cybersecurity class. When I saw that, I literally joined 2 weeks after joining my DevOps class, and I joined cybersecurity course as well. So as I'm going through the class, it's very interesting. I'm liking it. I happen to see a job online with Fidelity, uh, and it's a financial institution. So I applied for the job. I used my resume and I put some cybersecurity terminology and I applied for the job. So, anyways, they called me for the job, and I was like, wow, they've called me for a job interview. I'm like, this is kind of interesting. I barely know anything about cybersecurity. I've only been in cybersecurity class for like 2 days. I know nothing. So at this point, I go for the interview. Of course, I know nothing about cybersecurity. I know absolutely nothing, pretty much besides what I've learned in class. I go for the job interview. Of course, the interviewer knew that, I mean, they could tell that I didn't really know much about cybersecurity, so they didn't give me the job. So I was like, you know what, this is fine. I'm going to keep at it. I'm going to keep on applying for this cybersecurity jobs. The more I get into the class, the more I go further into the course, I know I'm going to be good at it. So I kept on attending my classes every day, every single day, doing all the labs, doing all the work, reading the material, so on and so forth. A month and a half later, so this is, I'm talking about like maybe 3 weeks ago, maybe 4 weeks right now, I get a call from a company saying, hey, we're looking for a project manager who has some cybersecurity background. So I go to the interview, and then they said, do you have a cybersecurity background? I said, yes, I do. What do you know about cybersecurity? So I told them exactly what I learned in class, about cryptography, how to secure data, all the frameworks as far as cybersecurity is concerned, like NIST, the ISO 27000. Pretty much told them exactly what I've learned in class. And the lady tells me, like, okay, this is what we're gonna do for you. Give us a write up. Give us maybe like 5 to 10 bullet points of what you've done in cybersecurity, and we'll get back to you. So that evening, I go back, write the 10 uh, my 10 pointers of my cybersecurity experience. Pretty much exactly what I just learned in class. And submitted to the lady on a Thursday. Literally Friday morning, she calls me back and says, "Hey, the hiring manager at AT&T want to talk to you." I said, "Okay, when can we interview?" She said, "They want to interview on Tuesday." I said, "That's fine. Tuesday will work for me." So this is a Friday. The next Tuesday, I get we interview. The interview was scheduled for like an hour. So 1 hour interview, and it's at 1 o'clock Central Time. And we interview. After about 17 minutes, the two hiring managers, the director and the senior director, say, "Okay, well, we are done with the interview. Do you have any questions for us?" So at this point, I'm really bummed out. I'm like, wow, after 17 minutes, they don't want to talk to me anymore. Like, what's really going on? And I said, okay. I said, what I'm going to do, I'm going to ask them a few questions just to keep the time drag a little longer. So I conversed with them for another 14 minutes to like 1:31. And at that point, didn't really have much to say. So I hang up, and the recruiter gets on the phone on the Zoom call and says, "Hey, Cyrus, hang up, and I'll call you back once I'm done talking to the hiring team." Lord and behold, 4 minutes later, she calls me back. She tells me, "Hey, Cyrus, they really like you. They want to bring you on board." I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it.
Wow.
After having maybe, who I say maybe what, maybe 30 phone interviews,
Oh,
with recruiters, and maybe having maybe 10 interviews with hiring managers. This is over that 6 month span. I probably applied for maybe 500 jobs total. But what I would say for a fact, believe this or not, that the classes at Thinkcloudly, the cybersecurity class, it doesn't matter, the DevOps class, I'm doing two classes, DevOps and cybersecurity. All those classes played a huge impact in me securing the job. And the job itself, you don't believe the pay is in the upper 100s. It's going to be in the
mhm.
180s, you know.
Amazing. Wow.
Yes, so it was amazing what the work the instructors did. It was very practical. It's very realistic in the sense that you'll do exactly what people do at work. It's something that you're going to be doing something that doesn't apply when you go into the real working environment, you know. Um, in addition to that, I'm at work right now. This is my third week. It's ended on Friday. And I'm very productive at work in the sense that I know exactly what the teams are talking about. I know because I learned it in class and I learned it, I did the actual work. Yes, I'm more on the management side, but I know how to do the practical work. So it makes a whole lot of sense when I go in there and I'm chairing my meetings and I know exactly what's going on. I could ask intelligent questions because there's no guesswork, right? I'm not confused as to what's going on. I know exactly what those threats are. I know exactly every single terminology they use at work is something I've done in the class. So yeah, so
That's really, really amazing, Cyrus. I mean,
yeah,
I know that you had landed a job and we were discussing. The reason
yes,
why I wanted to bring you on board today because I wanted people to hear from you that what was your experience overall, and
yes,
I know that there are hiccups, like you said, that 30 to 40 interviews, and it's like really, really difficult to land a job.
right,
And it's a next
right.
level feeling when you find a job, and that is for $180,000. That's not a
Yes,
small money at all, right? And
it's
I
not. It's not.
yeah, many of our students aspire to make that money. But thank
Yeah,
you so much, Cyrus, for coming. We are just having a very short time. Otherwise, I had
yeah.
some questions I wanted to ask about interview, but we will definitely invite you again, maybe in our webinar sessions, probably next week, and we'll have again a chat with many of our students and answer their
Oh
questions
yeah,
as well. Thank you.
absolutely, absolutely. And yeah, I want to say, just to the guys who are thinking about it, I would say if I was in that situation, I will actually go for it. Um, in addition to that, a lot of I forgot to mention this part. A lot of the questions that we have, the test preparations and the mock interviews helped a lot in the portal as well. So that's something that you can take advantage of.
Thank
As
you.
far
Thank
as
you.
yeah,
No, thank you. Absolutely, Cyrus. I mean, every step is important. That is something
yes,
what you're trying to say, and I we totally buy that point from you. No, I'm so
Yes.
sorry, Cyrus. I have to interrupt you. Otherwise, we would have, taken off,
That's fine.
taken to,
Yeah.
a little while. Okay, thank you so much, Cyrus, and congratulations once again. All the best. If you need any job support, you can always remember us, and we will definitely offer you that as well. But I'll
Oh,
definitely see you again. Thank you.
thank you. Yep.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching. Switch from non-IT to IT today. Explore www.thinkcloudly.com.